house.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a blast from the past.
I'm like, how does this work again?
It is Flashback Friday.
Hello, fam.
Oh, love it. Happy Friday.
Look who's sitting up in her room.
All right.
All right. Emergency break.
How does this computer work again? Hi, my 2 cents.
Hi, B.
Y'all been holding it down though.
Jessica threw her head up and Brandy showed up. Look at that.
Listen,
I got new hair.
Look, everybody coming.
I'm telling
Look
you.
at everybody. Ava's at the track meet. Ava's at the track meet.
You know she
Look
is.
at her. She
You at the track meet?
It's traffic. No, I should have been, but traffic, man.
Hey, Ava's is either coming from Orlando or coming from a track meet.
You're right. You're right.
Wait, Dwight, you look like you're on location.
Yes, let him tell us where he is.
Right.
Where
Big
he
shot.
Listen, as long as we don't see miscellaneous
Random people
walking in the background or
woman walking in the back, no clothes.
Going in the closet.
and we ain't gonna talk about that, Dwight.
No, not behind me.
Listen, I'm a man on the move. What are you gonna do?
Okay,
No, big shout out to fellow Killian alum Stephen Tullock. I'm up at Circle House Coffee up in Fort Lauderdale. If you've never been, definitely come check it out. He's former NFL player and proud Cougar as well. So
Lady Cougars, yes. Shout out.
Nice. Got to check that out.
Yeah, we'll have to go make a field trip up there and check out the spot.
Latif, you on location too?
Yeah.
He's in Boca, Brandy. He's in Boca.
Oh, Florida.
Where are
I'm
you?
not in Boca, but
he's in the break room at the Kroger.
The lighting is terrible.
hey, I tried with
I'm
this,
like, you in the dark room.
You would not be a good spy with your background, not at all. Okay.
Hey man, I'm trying.
It looks good.
I'm trying, man.
God.
Okay, I done looked at everybody's background. Look, I'm like, that's so bad.
And Brady, you have backlighting, and we still can see your face, so that's good.
Know. That's the wrong. This is the whole wrong setup that you're supposed to have on any type of
Right.
So why does your name captain say who didn't go to jail? Why do you have that?
I'm gonna toast to that one.
We're gonna dive right in, right? I like it.
Let's just go right for it.
Let's go right in there. Since we've had such a monumental actions take place this past week with the 18 indictments?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So who didn't go to jail? I ain't go to jail this week. I ain't go to jail.
I mean, he didn't go either, did he?
He got arrested.
He got arrested.
He went and he obviously bailed out. How much was his bail?
200,000.
Like 200,000 or something like that.
Once you go, I don't know if it counts, man. When you can walk away from stuff like that and go home.
Well, that's anybody though. Anybody can walk away from it and go home. You just gotta pay the
He has a record now. He has an arrest record now. An arrest record. Anytime you pull up his name.
Yeah, but he's always been a criminal. Shoot.
Right.
He ain't an arrest record. He ain't never been arrested. He ain't never been processed. But what I like,
everybody talking about his mugshot.
I like the meme that came out when Rudy Giuliani got arrested, and it showed all the Italian mobsters cheering because he got brought up on RICO after he done convicted them.
Oh wow!
Right.
That man cannot go to jail because if he goes to jail, he ain't gonna last long.
Trouble.
Because he was a big proponent against the Italian mafia.
Yeah.
Like he made it his point as the DA of New York City to go after them, and he went after them hard. You know, right? I mean, you know, whatever. But now how things have come full circle, and they like, ooh, boy, he better not come up in here.
So I have two opinions that I would like to hear. I want to hear one, the jail opinion, and then I want to hear the political spin on this. So that's Dwight and that's Dabu. Which one of y'all want to go first?
I default to my friend Dana.
Okay, come on, Dana. Tell us what happened. What did he encounter in those 20 minutes that he went into Fulton County?
I wish I could say it was real jail, but more than likely they cleared everything out and treated him like a dignitary, and you know, nobody else was around. He didn't have to deal with the cat calls that they, you know, it was just like probably he was escorted in there, paid his money, took his picture, gave his prints, then got out. Because the average person goes in, they don't get their bond paid that quick.
Right.
Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting in the holding cell. So I don't think he didn't get the real TGK experience, so to speak.
You said cat calling?
Oh yeah, when you some of them dudes, you tell them when they go in there, you got them other dudes that's been there, be like, oh, he mine. Put him in here with me. Yeah, it's you get that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You get
that. What you talking about? I don't think that's what you talking about.
That's not. No, he's talking about get him though. That like
get him.
Oh, okay.
Get him. Turn that orange into some juice.
Look, I was talking to John Wick. I forgot.
You saw what was that? The Boondocks. You saw the Boondocks, the episode.
No, what happened?
I like you. I want you.
We can do this.
That's funny. Here's the thing. That's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny, but not funny.
Okay, so Senator, tell us.
An escort.
And you know what's funny? I made that joke to Roy when he his caravan went in there. I said, so what? So what's gonna happen? The Secret Service gonna turn him over to the jail people. His Secret Service detail turn him over to the jailhouse.
Yeah, jailhouse pimp.
Hey, Mokita.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm coming live from the car.
She started calling everybody because it was all of us, then her. So she started calling her friends at the last.
Right.
I didn't call anybody. I didn't call anybody except my sister, and she's still not here.
She did not call me. She did not call me.
Hey, we just know we felt some feminine energy.
They felt me throw the hat up. They felt me throw the hat up.
Yes.
Was like, we need to
Roy,
go.
the infamous IG all call that.
No.
Right.
No. I was planning to join today.
Right. It was like who?
Y'all need to quit.
There you go.
Okay,
I ain't seen y'all in forever.
No, we haven't seen you in forever.
I don't even know what I look like.
They didn't see me either.
we're running down the Trump.
It looked like it's very traffical where you are.
What it would be called. Come on, Senator, give us your take on what happened.
I mean, I just want to shout out Mo because Atlanta, she's probably still stuck in traffic from yesterday from Trump.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, it wasn't no traffic because he shut it all down. Wasn't no traffic nowhere. Everybody was told to remain in your vehicles until this is done. There was no traffic.
Wow. Oh wow! So they told you they put out like official statements and told you all to stay like at home, kind of thing.
Well, where I work, yes, people come in because all of the film crews are posted up outside the building that I work in, which is right across the street from where he turned himself in.
Oh.
So
and they said don't go anywhere.
There was little to no traffic downtown, and then Rice Street, which is where he turned himself in. And if anybody knows anything about Rice Street, that's the worst jail they say in the whole entire world. But they had all the streets going toward that street blocked off for hours before he came, and then after he turned himself in and all of that.
So what's the temperature like in Atlanta right now? Not the physical temperature, but like what are the streets saying about him going into Fulton County Jail?
Well, what I heard today on a radio program, and I hadn't even thought about it this way, which is really a travesty if this is what he's doing. So he smiled in his mugshot, and so did a couple of other people. And so what they're saying is what they think they're going to try to do is use that for campaign signage.
Yeah.
So he didn't smile. He didn't smile, but they're his campaign or a PAC. They're actually selling them now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna make him a bunch of money.
So there was somebody who smiled in their picture. There was a lady, I can't remember her name. She smiled really big in the picture.
Kanye's publicist.
Kanye's publicist.
That lady, yeah.
So they're talking about that being used as campaign, assets and things like that.
Oh,
so
she's gonna be on every club flyer in the city of Atlanta. You can see it. Come
meet
me at 112.
Not 112. You might as well have said the yin yang. What was
what's that?
All of
them.
Then they start on the radio. They were comparing. They were talking about mug shots that can be used as like the height, and then they start comparing it to Tupac and Tupac's mug shots.
Oh my goodness!
And just people who, rage against the machine, and how sometimes mug shots can be seen as not necessarily a good thing, but maybe like bucking the system.
I guess.
Talking in a sleep right there.
I see her.
Okay, Dwight, come on.
Tell us. I don't know that I would say the temperature has changed in Atlanta.
No, Dwight.
Yeah, no. The perspective is what I just found out today was the mugshot. This is the first of the 4 arrests or indictments where he's actually been, where a mugshot's been taken, and so
processed.
Yeah, so he was processed in New York, but he didn't have the picture taken.
Oh, okay.
So so this is new, and so that's why everybody was so hyped about the mugshot. But to your point, Jessica, he is going to use that to raise money. As I mentioned on previous shows, he's using the campaign to raise money for.
He's using the
legal fees.
He's using the presidential campaign. He's
okay, gotcha.
He's running as a candidate, but using that campaign to raise money for his legal defense fund.
Wow.
While also running for president, which is got some sketchiness to it as well. In terms
I was like, is that not illegal?
In terms of what the FEC, but he's technically got the two things separate. So he's raising money for presidency, but he also has a separate kind of like almost like GoFundMe for the legal defense fund that's out there. And so shout out to Fannie Willis in Atlanta though, because unlike the other cases, what she's trying to do is use the leverage of those other indictments to possibly get him convicted, which is different than the other ones. He was the lone, or maybe one or two, other co-defendants. In this one, if you can now, with a RICO case, if you can get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people of the 18 others that had indictments brought against them to flip on Trump, that then makes the case for his ultimate conviction. And so it's going to be interesting to see how she chooses to play this, because this is actually her area of expertise.
Oh.
Like she is one of the country's leading, like before she became the DA of Fulton County, her area of expertise was gang RICO related, trying these types of cases. So more than Bragg, more than the other person, I think Justin Smith is his name, she is an expert in this type of case. So if he's going to pay the price, it's going to be in the city of Atlanta.
Tell everyone who's watching, what is the definition of RICO?
So oddly enough, one of the people who crafted the definition of RICO was Rudy Giuliani.
Right.
So RICO has to do with basically conspiracy to commit crimes as an organization. Oh. So this is something that's been used primarily in mafia-related or high-level gang-related scenarios, in which you're basically saying that this group of people has conspired to commit, a series of crimes. Could be drug-related, could be murder. But in the case of Trump, and these particular RICO charges, this group of people, these 19 people, conspired to overturn the election in Georgia. That is ultimately what the indictment spells out. And so everybody all the other folks who've been indicted have the very real possibility of saying, well, it wasn't on me. Like, it wasn't my call. I was getting my directions from somebody else. And if the figure they point to is Donald Trump, then there's a very strong possibility of him getting convicted on that, saying that it was a criminal conspiracy.
Wow.
But RICO stands for Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organization Act.
So it's not RICO, the dude that was.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's not
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And it's not RICO from the Dungeon family.
Ain't nothing Suave
about that. Not the Suave one either.
Yeah,
not Rico Suave, no.
Racketeer Influence Corruption Organization. So basically what he's just saying is, like, if you have a criminal organization, you committed racketeering and you influence people and you strong arm people and stuff like that. Anytime you do something like that, you fall under the RICO, and that's how she's going to try and get him, based upon that, because he called up, and it's so stupid. Like, he's up there on the phone.
Right. They got all the evidence against him at the end of the day.
11,780 votes. I mean, that's all. I mean, that's nothing. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Here's the crazy part about it. We got clear evidence, and we're still talking about this.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about? We're also still talking about this guy's has so many criminal charges and still has an opportunity to be the president of the United States. That's very concerning.
And this is the same dude that took out a full-page ad in the New York Times against 5 innocent Black black male youth, convicting them of something that they didn't do. Even when they found the person who did the crime, the DA was still like, well, they were there, so we got to still go after them.
And he did not apologize once they.
He did not apologize.
Yeah, he still hasn't apologized.
Still won't.
Well, he got the lawyers from Trump University, so he should be good.
There you go.
What I appreciate about Trump, he just keeps schooling us. I mean, what I have learned is that the things that I talk to my clients about, it really works. Just keep repeating it over and over. Just keep repeating it over and over. Keep repeating it over and over. And people will believe what you say.
But you know where that comes from, though.
Like the fact that he's 6'3", 215.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes from.
You guys, listen. You guys had
that was Hitler's strategy, and Hitler's strategy was to just keep repeating it over and over again, and they will believe it no matter what it is.
But I'm not saying that it has to be negative, because I'm not teaching my clients to lie. What I'm saying is just a basic principle.
Exactly, whether it's negative or positive.
And consistency will allow for it to produce whatever it is that you are trying to put out into the world. It's the law of attraction. It is creating these evangelists, for lack of a better way to describe it, and creating this tribe. He had a platform before he even started all of this. So he used that to continue to spew lies, hate, weeded out the people who really could see past all of the untruths that he was telling, and the ones that wanted to be a part of it just stuck to what he was saying. I'm not agreeing with what he's saying. I'm just saying that it just shows you that the law of attraction, the consistency will produce whatever it is that you're trying to put out there. Yes, Dwight.
Well, one interesting thing, and I think everybody here has seen New Jack City. So the thing that I was watching was that Trump switched out his lawyer and got the lawyer that for the rap artist Gunna.
Yeah.
From the whole the RICO case with Young Thug. The reason I bring that up is because if you see New Jack City, remember Nino Brown pulled that stunt at the very end of the movie where he basically said, "I'm not that dude," and pointed to Christopher Williams in the movie. If Trump's got that attorney, that's because that's the word on the street, is that's what Gunna did, right? Was don't blame me, blame the people above me who did it. So don't be surprised.
I don't know. I live in Atlanta, so I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I've never even heard of that case. I don't know what you're talking about.
We totally understand that. And that's why you're in the dark room, like the witness protection. I got you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've never even heard of these people. What?
We totally understand. But as I was saying before, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Trump tried to pull that kind of stunt and basically put the blame on somebody else.
Right.
Of the other 18 people to say, I was advised by my lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, to make the call. So Rudy's the mastermind.
Exactly.
Well, look, one thing that we gotta admit, though, I mean, I don't know who works for Trump. I don't know who's around Trump. But one thing that I will say is their strategy is always a step ahead of what we always anticipate, right? And so there's this cat and mouse game that Trump plays with the world that we are all, whether we like him, whether we don't like him, that is intriguing. And Trump, we could talk about Trump every single week and have some material. Everybody's talking about Trump.
They either leave him or go to jail. Seem like it.
But there's still Trump he's like that. Where's Waldo? Like you can't find him. Like he's like peekaboo. I see you. Next minute he's gone.
Trump is look. Let's find one of these in Trump and see how far they go.
Well, but that's not the case, though. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying that was the case. That's a big part of it.
Even though you have all these counts,
major part of it.
There's still a cat and mouse game whether or not Trump is going to be indicted or if he's going to go to jail.
But he can play that game.
Right. He can play that. But see, we can't
play that game.
That's just like certain people can run up and ask the police officer, "Why are you stopping me? What do you want?" He can play that game.
Yeah, he's the epitome of rules do not apply across the board.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
If you look at white privilege in the dictionary, it'd be a picture of Trump.
It'd be a short game.
But no, here's the thing. Trump can play that game, but guess what? It still has to be a level of strategy that has to be played from a legal perspective.
He's illegal totally.
Did you see what he had on? His colors were red, white, and blue.
He's totally.
It was calculated before he's
illegal from the university to the Cancer Foundation to all that stuff, but he can play the game because he don't look like other folks.
Yeah, but you still have there has to be some marketing, some strategy behind it all.
I will say this about him: all of them can't do what he's doing.
You're right.
Pence could do it.
Yes, and no. And the reason I bring this up is because
Brett Favre ain't nowhere to be found.
I don't know if we're going to touch on this story today, but of course they had to acknowledge that the former chef of the Obamas accidentally drowned. But it's taken 4 different stories to finally say the Obamas had nothing to do with it, even though the Obamas had nothing to do with it.
I know. I'm like, they ain't ready to be around and they want to put their names in it.
Right. And so you think somebody like Trump, like people have literally died on Trump's watch. You know what I'm saying? Like blood on his hands. He was probably 2 doors down type stuff, and he's able to escape it. Here it is. The first black president was like, I wasn't even in town. This brother drowns in the lake, and they still want to be like, was there something to it?
Yeah.
Tell me more. Was he wearing that? Was he wearing that tan suit?
Was it with Jeremiah Wright? Was Jeremiah Wright there? Was he preaching?
Hey.
Was he preaching?
How is Jeremiah Wright?
Oh, I think Jeremiah Wright might have.
No.
We
don't know it for sure. We can't put it out there.
He had lost his voice.
He lost. Yeah.
And so, So I know he's no longer preaching. He's retired.
Hi, Belinda. Belinda's here.
Belinda's here.
Hey,
oh Lord.
Hey, Belinda.
Bobby is so not on it. Bobby is
oh
not.
Oh my God. He said Belinda is here. How did he see that?
I know.
Josh, what's up, man? Josh, what's happening?
Oh my God.
So what else happened this week?
That's who we need to refer to. Let Josh talk from a legal perspective.
Josh needs to come on here and tell us about
he
this.
needs to chime in on this.
Yes. They
Josh
love
said,
it.
Josh said, I don't do criminal defense.
That's funny.
Oh, you guys go right. Okay.
Yeah, he's exactly, Josh.
I had a tragedy and wonder how it happened. How we like
he's
now
a
see.
musician and not a criminal. Fam. Mokita. Bobby hates
Right is very much alive.
Said what?
Well,
Bobby
he was just hospitalized. That's all.
Bobby said what?
Bobby hate Belinda.
Oh.
So
Mokita, this dark background.
Dwight said it all. Dwight said it all.
So this is the thing. I tried to get in the house really quickly, and I didn't turn the light on. But I'm afraid to move because I don't want to lose the connection again.
That's right.
Do we know if Mokita was on the grand jury? Do we know that?
I was not.
Right. No, she is in the dark because she's like, I can't let anybody know.
Right.
Man,
Mokita,
Dwight, come on, man.
So these are all
throw the book at him, Mokita.
No, Dwight, I was not. And I don't know what grand jury you're talking about. I don't know any of those people you named. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The guy that's at the bottom on the right, on the right with the microphone, the only one with the microphone, they said that's going to be Trump's running mate as the VP. Oh, wow.
Oh, he was trying hard. Yes.
But I heard he won. I heard he won.
Yeah, he won. He won by 1% over DeSantis.
But I'm going to tell you this.
He just had 27.
I don't think the world's ready for him.
And what do you mean by that?
It's very clear. I don't think the world's ready for his ethnicity. You know the answer. They're not ready for that. No different than.
Is he Indian?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the world
will show their true colors
the second they put that name across the screen.
His name is what?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Ooh, I love Vivek. Yes.
Yeah. Now he was fantastic, and I saw some of it. But I think the world
he was trash. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, bro.
But here's the thing. Listen, when you get up there and everybody else is garbage, you look great.
Well, that's true.
I mean, it's like he was saying stuff louder than everybody else, and I guess everyone's like,
"Well, he had to.
You said it louder. That's great." But
he had to. But I don't think the United States is ready for him as much as
he's Stephen A. Smith.
But speaking of Stephen A. Smith, okay, I'm not gonna go there.
They got the same hairline too. So.
But here's the thing though. Between him and the other, what's the other Republican Indian guy? He doesn't run, but he was part of
Bobby Jindal.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
You know, those. I mean, they're known. Indians are known to have that conservative right wing diaspora in them on a consistent basis.
Keep in mind, Nikki Haley's also Indian, by the way. I mean, she doesn't use her full name, but she is very much Indian American as well.
And then we have our CEO is Indian as well, and he's right. And then I got furloughed from another.
He's not a commissioner. He's not running for vice president of the United States.
But my point is
you can run them companies. You can run a technology firm. You can run all them things that we expect you to run. Vice president ain't gonna happen. Watch. Not gonna happen.
Look, my thing is this.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
The United States is racist. What do you mean? What does that mean?
I know. I was talking about Chaz.
Chad's talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene as the running mate for Trump, which wouldn't surprise me either.
No, but me neither, and might be probably the best candidate out of all of them.
Or Sarah Huckabee Sanders out of Arkansas. She's been talking reckless too.
Yeah, because they want that reckless stuff.
That's true.
Oh, a reckless female is.
I'm so glad they're not gonna win.
You gotta put it out there in the atmosphere.
I like that, Mokita. Shoot, we didn't think Trump was gonna win the first time.
Kevin Hart said he the stupidest man.
Listen.
Oh Lord, this fool.
Listen, this is so funny.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Kevin Hart said he pulled every muscle in his body.
Oh my gosh.
Every muscle below his ribs.
He said, "Let me go ahead and put it out there before anybody else does."
You know, it's just funny. Like I think I can remember a couple of years ago, somebody asked me. They was like, "Hey man, why do you want to play some basketball?" I was like, "Nah." What, you scared? I said, "Yeah." Yeah, I'm scared. Because I know
as soon as around to get out the bed the wrong way.
As soon as I make a sprint and I'm cherry picking on dude to sprint to get down there, I know as soon as I take 2-3 steps, something gonna be like, Negro, you done lost your
It's not immediate though, Lateef. You know, we still got years. We still got some more years.
No.
Get out there, try to run a 40-yard.
Don't believe that.
What happens is when you go home.
Not today.
That's the problem. When you go home and you wake up the next morning.
Sometimes it kicks a whole lot quicker. Okay,
that's why I used to run, and I used to do half marathons. That was cool. That was probably my limit. I messed around and I did a full. I will never do that again, ever in my life.
As a matter of fact, he ain't ran since then either.
The pain that I felt. I ran a few after that. But the pain that I felt, stuff was hurting that I didn't even know was on my body.
Well, let me just speak for me. I still got it.
Well, I'm gonna talk about. Let's talk about. I got it. I got it now. Here's the thing. I got it and played my son 1-on-1 to 5. Now I still got it, but the struggle within I got it.
There you go.
Was real.
But I got it. I just know how to ration.
And I beat him. I made some baskets, 5 baskets in a row, right? And then he's talking about, "Daddy, let's play another game." I said, "No, bro, We're gonna have to
What'd you
play
say?
more.
Roy, over 40 is telling you to go to 5 instead of 21. That's what
I said 5.
And that's why I be laughing at them guys that talk about them pro athletes and call them trash. Man, you just got dizzy when you stood up too fast to go get a pill.
Exactly.
He laying on the couch. He laying on the couch. Talking about, get up. Get up. Get up. Get your fat ass behind up.
Listen,
Girl,
I know ain't no basketball. I'm out there like Phil Jackson. Got it.
What is that, y'all?
The triangle.
The triangle offense.
Got it.
Triangle right. Triangle left. Triangle right.
That is funny.
Sitting up there quick.
So y'all saying y'all not out there in the streets like that no more? Nobody?
No.
About myself?
40 yards.
Think about it. Latif transitioned into a standstill sport. We call him John Jock and Wick for a reason. He ain't running now. He's standing still shooting. Okay.
Have you not been trying to run and you telling your body like I got it, and your body like no, we don't?
No, that has never happened
start
to me.
falling?
Let me ask you this.
No.
Were you not playing with me? Were you not playing with me when I played kickball in the middle of the street and I fell?
Yeah. That's why I'm asking. Don't you know about when you think you can run and your body be like, we not doing that?
That was my shoes. It was my shoes.
It's got to be
very good. Very good, Jessica. I must applaud you on that one.
It was. Honey, we talked about it.
Right, wrong.
About it. You looked at it. You said you told me not to play.
We talked about it as I was picking you up off the ground. We did talk about it.
I'm here to tell you, it wasn't your shoes.
Listen,
it was funny.
I thought I could run up the stairs.
We did kickball again, and I kicked the winning the winning whatever the thing was.
Kick, yeah, but this time we was in grass. See, the first time she was in the street.
That's what I'm saying. We were on asphalt, and my shoes had no tread to them, and
Dana,
I was over 50.
What you do, Dana?
I'm just saying, you can't do that. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, look, she was on asphalt. She was.
Hey.
Time to start doing pickleball. That's it.
There's a reel out there.
Pickleball, shuffleboard, bowling. That's it.
With this motorcycle dude. He was like, hey man, you gonna come ride with us? He said, hell no. Nah. He said, why not? He said, because asphalt is 1 million to none.
Right.
That's real.
Asphalt always win.
Have you all seen the pictures of Jamie Foxx?
Have we seen what?
The pictures of Jamie Foxx.
I'm looking for a picture of Mokita at this point. That's all.
Mokita, you're doing her best. No, she's doing her best Miles impression. Remember when Miles was laying in the bed in that one episode?
I'm just trying to stay connected to the internet.
Look, I'm still getting over her sleep talking in the car because she was.
Mokita, I don't know if you was ready for them this week because they was
frozen. She was frozen like this. She was frozen like.
And see, that's why I won't move. That's why
that was real.
The team, you also.
It was like, and then he just started talking. I was like, and the funny thing was she kept talking. So it was like this. You're like, and so in Atlanta, you know,
that is not how you welcome a friend back.
Oh man!
Funny.
Oh my gosh, Latif.
Do what on that?
I'm like, she's everywhere.
Not omnipresent.
That's the big word I was looking for.
Oh, y'all stupid.
There's Brandy's friend.
Who's that?
Crump.
Oh God! Oh yeah, that's what's his name? So in the NCAA, ain't it?
That's our frat brother.
Who?
That's our frat brother.
Who's that?
That's Reggie Bush.
Antonio Brown?
No,
that's
Reggie
Bush.
Reggie Bush should have never that should have never been stripped away from him.
Exactly.
What did they take from him, y'all?
Yeah,
what the Heisman?
They took the Heisman trophy away
Give
from him.
everybody the backstory. Give everybody the backstory.
So Reggie Bush, USC was under investigation by the NCAA, which has to be the worst organization out there. But they were investigating USC. They came to find out that he was receiving funds from an agent, and they stripped him of his national title.
That was alleged now, because they didn't prove that.
Right. So it was allegedly that he was taking money, but then they stripped him of his national title and his Heisman Trophy. So those two awards are not some you just nominate somebody and put them up there. Those are merit awards. Like you have to do something to get those awards. And he did that to get those awards. Right. Regardless, even if he did take some money, he still ran those yards.
Right.
But here's the thing: he was never proven.
And he still busted them up. And now, if he had taken some steroids or if he had taken some whatever performance enhancer, I get you on that. But that money don't make you stronger, and don't make you stronger, and don't make you do whatever. He did those yards, and so he deserves the reward.
Right.
Well, here's the other thing too. Part of the biggest thing is what is the NIL deals, right? Because they, it's like once these NIL deals came about, now that opened it up for him to really go back. Because the reality of it is that one, defamation, two, you made when at that time I'm living in LA, USC was winning back to back, and Reggie Bush was that guy. So you really also mess with his money going into the NFL too.
Exactly. But
so that's the
also for him
defamation.
Now, as far as the NCAA, as far as the organization, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and still keep getting the same result. Why are we still punishing kids for going or for allegedly taking money on a consistent basis? Why y'all don't change or evolve? But y'all keep doing the same crap over and over again, and you want to punish the kid, but y'all don't never go after the agent.
It's because let's back up. Badu already said it before, because it's the color of the people. It's not reverse. The agent is another color than the other color than the student is.
But that's so it's gonna keep going until you punish them.
They don't care. It doesn't affect them. It's not bothering them.
Brett Favre.
Let's look at it on a grand scheme of things.
Right. Brett Favre need to be
listen. The schools. Think about A&T left. They left the MEAC and went to where? Colorado. All these schools are leaving and going to other conferences for what? Money. So why are you holding it against a student athlete when you as an institution, NCAA, you as a school, you as a conference, you as an AD, you as a coach,
anybody,
but
everybody's leaving for what? One thing is money, and then you want to hold it. The student athlete is the one who's actually making you the money,
right?
All the money.
So what you're saying is,
I thought they made a rule that the students could now take money.
Yes, that's what he was referring with the NIL deals. But that's only of recent. That's only within like the last 3-4 years.
Okay.
When did they take his
back in the 90s?
Like 15 years ago.
No, it's early.
No, it was 2000.
Early 2000s. My bad. Early 2000s.
Isn't that a documentary with Johnny Manziel saying he did the same thing?
Now.
Johnny Manziel?
I said, is there a documentary out of Johnny Manziel saying that he did the same thing that allowed Reggie to have his Heisman strip?
He did. And what they did was they masked it by saying he came from money. He came from oil money when he was taking those private jets to Vegas. But his people ain't come from no money. They were just masking the private jet deals or whatever that he was getting. Go out to Vegas and gamble and fly back home. Those are jets.
There were two rule changes that happened post Reggie Bush. One was NCAA allowed student athletes to get jobs.
Correct.
Right first, and so the Johnny Manziel thing was the cover up that he was employed by whoever the booster was,
right?
That was giving him the money, and then now the NIL thing is relatively new. So all this stuff is retroactive. I think he's going to get his thing back, especially when Ben Crump is on the scene. Not only is he going to get it back, he's going to get it back plus.
That's what money. I said.
Well, think about this too. Here's the other part of it. I know when I signed my deal to go to college, the first thing it says, you cannot get a job as a student athlete, because really what they're saying is you're property of the NCAA. Other thing too is now I can use your image, your name, image, and likeness for anything, for anything. So think about it. You got all these video games that are coming out there for all these years. The NCAA is making money off of Reggie Bush when they won 2 to 3. They won 2 national titles in a row. Won 3 in his time he was there. So you're saying my compensation for this is because I'm getting an education. Now imagine if I stay there 1 or 2 years. Am I really getting the education? And I've seen guys get kicked out because they're like haven't finished their degrees, or they run out of time. They don't want to let them finish their degrees. So there's something a whole lot wrong with just how that system. So the NCAA is saying, hey, let's go ahead and let them get paid, because guess what? I've already gotten paid. I'm gonna continue to get paid.
And they've already implemented the system.
Well, they are, but think about all the things too. Is you come from a bad situation, you ain't got no money. Like a lot of these athletes are coming from bad situations because they look like us.
So coming from the situation, that doesn't mean you don't get educated on it, and you don't get educated by it as far as financially and everything. And that's what needs to happen. We need to begin to educate the young men, and it's up to us in our community to do so. I know it's a tall task.
It is.
It's a tall task.
I try every day. When I post about finances, I get no action.
And I'm doing it, through the youth group, through the greatest fraternity that's out there.
Yes,
ain't no need to talk about it, but through that fraternity, we have mentoring, and we're mentoring young men.
I can get some of them licensed. Let me talk to them. They can get financial licenses,
bro.
I'll pay for it.
We'll put you on the schedule to come down and talk to them.
There we
go.
Have
you come down and talk to them. But that's the biggest tall order that we have, and we have to get them to understand that you can't look right here. You got to look over there.
Right. Well, that was what. That show's not around yet. I mean,
it starts at home, though, Latif. You know that.
You know what I was getting ready to say, right, Dwight? You know what I was getting ready to say. Dwight has a show coming up on that very topic.
Well, speaking of education, here's the thing. They say you're really a student athlete, but if you're winning, they don't care about you being educated. They don't care.
Let's talk about North Carolina Chapel Hill.
Look, if you win or lose, they don't care about you. Shoot, they just abolish the
No, they don't. They don't care. You're really there to perform and make the school money. That's it.
They don't want you.
And here's the thing. And if you don't, guess what they'll do? They can put you on a chop block. That's why the scholarships are for what?
1 year.
1 year.
Look, man, I swear, if we get to the point where we can get our young men to don't sign nothing, just let them go to school and let them be their own entity, their own brand, and not have to deal with it.
That's good, Belinda.
Yeah, but if you're a student athlete, you really are signing up to give all your rights away. They have the rights to, especially for scholarship, right?
Don't sign it. Don't sign it.
How are you gonna go, Latif?
We need to get to a point where we can do that for our youth, for our black athletes.
I agree, but we still, it's a domino effect, right? The reality is for probably 99% of these black athletes, and I don't want to lose out or miss out on anybody else, but the reality is for the black athlete is that is their way out. That's their ticket out. So that's why you still, till this day, when you talk to a kid who's an athlete, the first thing they say is, I want to do, or I want to go and play, or I want to be in basketball or football or whatever. It's their ticket out. And then here's the thing. It's the ticket out for the whole family. It's not just them. So if you're going to educate the kid, you have to educate the whole daggone family.
Yeah.
Because your money, as black money ends up going up, it doesn't go down like white families do. It goes up.
Yeah. And what they need to start doing is taking advantage, getting that degree that would normally cost whatever $40,000, $50,000, and work the alumni, work that booster, and make them give you connections like they were in a fraternity or something like that. Work those boosters for the little 2 years, 3 years that you're going to have them. That you have them at your fingertips.
But that's the education part, though, Brandy, because a lot of times you're not even. You're coming from this, you're the man in high school and you walk on the campus, so they boost you up to say you may start and get some playing time. You're not even thinking about you're not thinking about down the road in the future because you haven't been educated. There's a few of us, like me, I would talk to the boosters because I understood, like, hey, this is not going to be forever. But that's the part that's really missing when you walk onto that college campus. Nobody's
the networking piece. The networking piece is always essential in any genre in which you're in. That's always been. That's what I've always stated. That's the difference between.
If you haven't had to, Lateef, if you haven't had to, you're not the last thing you're thinking about. You haven't had to because they let you skate through. They may let you skate through middle school because you're an athlete. They let you skate through high school. You grades garbage because you're.
So we got to teach them before then.
The point is,
they really let you skate through.
To break that circle, to get into network with the booster, he's not looking at you as his equal. He's not looking at you as a partner or as a constituent. He's just looking at you as a thoroughbred, like a commodity. Like that's all he's looking at that person as. He's not looking at him as someone who can possibly be under my take over my company or what have you. So it's hard to break into that and to become a part of that because the way we met was with this round ball or this oblong ball. And so for you to remove that and to look at me as a person, it's hard for them to do that because that's all they do. I had a dude come up to me the other day and he was like, "Man, what did you play in high school?" I said, "I played the saxophone."
Oh boy,
that's right.
Casey and the Sunshine Band. He was
But it's that phone.
You can ask Avis. Avis was there.
Come on, do the conga.
Avis was there. I played the saxophone. He was like, "You played the saxophone," and he was so confused. I was like, "Yeah, I played the saxophone." He said, "You didn't play ball, man. You look like you played linebacker." And I played the saxophone. I don't know what else to tell you.
I can't right now. Linebacker.
I love you, Lateef.
Hold on now. When I was a Richmond Giant,
I love you, though. I said I love you, man. I just love you.
Oh my God. That boy said when I was 10 years old, let me tell you. When I was 10, I was about that.
Wait, I wanted to ask y'all, did the brothers of Omega Sci-Fi, did y'all see how I don't know if it was Madden put the hop in as a celebration dance?
I did see that.
Is that against
somebody gave me
somebody sign off on that?
Somebody license right?
Somebody signed off on that.
Yeah, somebody did sign off on it. I mean,
somebody had to.
They didn't let us know.
They wasn't saying that when LeBron was throwing up them hooks in high school. So don't say nothing now.
But
LeBron didn't throw up hooks. LeBron threw up the balls.
I think
he threw up hooks.
I'm not saying it's just anybody doing it. I think it's associated with one of the specific players. But I was like, wow, they better tap into the culture a little bit.
Yeah,
but they should pay for it too.
I don't know if y'all saw the White Reporter. The White Reporter was on a couple days ago. He's talking about, I want to be one of the bros. Did y'all see that on the news? He was a white reporter. I mean, no. But it actually was hilarious. Now I know some bros were fuming, but he said, "I want to be one of the dogs." He started.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
The problem is problem is they look at the surface of all of the fraternities. They look at the surface of all of the D9, the Qs, the Kappas, the Alphas, or what have you, and they look at what it personifies, but they don't look at what we actually do.
100%.
And what we actually do as activism, as 100%. Uplifting our communities and pouring into our communities, what y'all don't do at all. That's what we do.
Right.
But
what are you talking about Madden? I don't know what that is.
The video game, the football video game. One of the players, his celebration dance is the you know how the Omega's hopping.
I think I don't think it's just that player. I think it's like
you can pick whatever. It could go to all the
right.
players.
It's like a up, down, left, right, A, whatever. And like after you score a touchdown,
so anyone can hop.
So what you're saying is anybody can do it
in the game.
In the game.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like that.
Somebody signed up on that?
I thought it was specific.
Maybe the national.
No one signed up on that.
I thought it was specific to a player. I didn't know that anybody could do it.
Usually those things you can pick your celebration dance.
Right.
Oh, that's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
That's
so even like one of the lighter colored players can pick it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Them be the ones that go hard in the paint.
Well, Travis Kelce, okay, he can do it. I'm just
no, he ain't. He can't do it. No, he can't. Give a dog on who he. Let him keep doing the Quan. Let him do that.
I'm just look, Travis.
Let him do
really all right. He was
here's the thing.
He's all right.
He was
right. Tiva's right, because guess what? They always want what we have, right? And
exactly.
They get a word. They get a word like woke, and
they want the rhythm without the blues.
It was some car commercial, and they started doing what's the new thing that they doing when the touchdown dance?
Oh, the gritty.
The gritty. They're doing it in the Toyota commercial. It's two white men are doing it in the commercial. I'm like, y'all not doing it right.
Well, you remember when Cam Newton first did that, and it was stupid and dumb and all this and unnecessary. Then a 90-year-old woman did it. It's like, oh, that's
right.
Like energy. It's like energy.
Right. The women's NCAA championship.
Yeah, right. That whole thing.
White girl go like this. Oh, she's dialed in. She's being competitive. Black girl do. Oh, that's so disrespectful.
Just play the game. Just play the game.
Just play the game. You're not supposed to do that. That's why ain't nobody do any of that stuff on ours.
Shout out to MD.
Miami-Dade.
About time Miami-Dade do something.
Shout out to MD and Kava and all them. It's actually, listen, I'm gonna say this. And I know you guys say it's about time, but the reality is that this program is really empowering black owned businesses in Miami-Dade period, and they have been phenomenal. And they're giving a lot of money away.
Oh Lord, go ahead, Brandy. Go ahead. I know Brandy doesn't skip the beat.
Everybody on mute.
Atlanta won.
Yeah, because Miami
we did good also.
No, the floor was loud though, but the Sweet Life, the Sweets they shut it up
when they play it on
Jessica,
the video.
You have to tell us how they did on the floor, but it didn't sound like they did it.
When they played on the video,
I have to tell you how it went on the floor. Is that what you said?
Yeah, because it sounded like y'all were still screaming on the floor. In the Sweet Life, we were quiet.
We weren't yelling.
Let me tell you, the girl next to me who shared the seat with me, who I posted the picture of us, I was like, I'm sharing a seat. She was telling everybody, mute, 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 mute. And I said, oh, this the mute song? She was like, yes, this is the mute song.
One of my friends said he couldn't really see anything down there on the
floor. What really? I mean, let me ask you something.
I have no idea what you
would I have been screaming because Beyonce was performing?
No.
I mean, what is the conversation that you're supposed to be having?
Everybody start singing the rest of the words.
Oh,
so they would. So she'll say, "Look around, everybody on mute," and then everybody will continue the rest of the song. Like if she was singing the song and just stopped singing and put the microphone down, and everybody started singing the rest of the words.
Yeah, and I don't know the song, so I wouldn't be able to even sing along with her.
Right.
So I wasn't saying nothing anyway. She ain't had to tell me.
That's interesting. I mean, Frankie Beverly and the Maze, you go to the concert, we complete his sentences, but everybody ain't got to go on
whole set.
Well, she has a song that you're the one I love. That one, and she lets you keep going. And she said that Atlanta won that one because they kept
that
going.
one. Partition.
Well, I called Jessica from the concert and she was singing it.
Yes, and Love on Top. And I think it was maybe a few other ones. Oh, and remember that summer, all I could think about was me and Ebony trying to do the dance and Kendrick recording it and putting it on social media. And I was like, boy, we're practicing. We don't
no knows. The no knows.
Summers ago.
With
I
Meg.
remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was before baby was born. All right.
Why Mokita thrown in a hole?
Why Mokita look like what?
You got thrown in a hole, Mokita.
I'm so sleepy, y'all. I'm getting
ready for Halloween. That's what she's doing.
This year we trick and treating. Robin Little for bags.
The bronze wing is in Atlanta this weekend, so I've been hopping from place to place.
You should be.
Tear to my eye.
I know the old school rap, Latif. Come on,
Melinda. Bad.
I got you, Brandy.
I'll be ready next week.
Look, I'm gonna say that.
Just
so
don't.
I was.
Okay, Swifty, you got a little badass. Okay.
Oh, she's nominated for Badass Woman of the Year. And she is.
That's right. Woo.
Congratulations.
Oh, you got your. And we had so much fun, and I'm gonna tell you, that table of mine,
we had a good time.
That table of mine, bad.
One.
Except for who?
It was only one person that was being on task for the other people. We were having fun, but it was one person who was being nice and quiet. Miles.
We was raised right. We was grown right. That's why. We was grown right. We know how to act.
No.
Miles was being nice. Miles being nice. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural. 5-star, everything I see.